week 4 in the can. We are 1/3 of the way through the 12 weeks. It just feels like it's flying by. So, just a reminder, if you are getting off track, if you feel like you're losing touch with what those big vision goals were that you set out before week 1, then go back and review them. Tweak them, make a little edit. The more that we review and remind ourselves of what these big vision goals are, the easier it will be for us to stay on track. So don't hesitate to go back to this document as often as you need. So week 4 for me, life happens. My daughter got severe food poisoning. 104-degree temperature. She was like flat in bed for 4 days, overcoming this. And that means that I had to switch into nurse and caregiving mode at a much greater level than I usually do. So that threw me off a little bit, but you will see in spite of that, I increased my score this week. If you recall, I've been inching up like 1 point every week. And this week, I have really made that jump much closer to my 42 weekly points. The 2 areas that I kind of fell short in were the daily writing. This has been a long-term struggle for me. I am going to achieve it. But I'm also being very kind and compassionate to myself with all of the things that I'm juggling right now, and then read 1 article. But I got a lot of the other big work tasks toward my big goals done. And then for the personal tactics, I'm pretty much nailing it. In fact, you will see here, I got the daily movement at the 3 level, finally. And I have learned how to incrementally add it in. Let me move my big head here for a second, so I can look at my notes. So the caregiving threw me off a little bit. It was also the first week of classes. If you don't know, I'm a professor. So that's always a stressful time. Some personal life, big changes that are having a little anxiety creep in. And I've just been really compassionate with myself, really forgiving, trying to be kind, and trying to move slow or more slowly. That's not easy for me. I'm like usually move. And I'm trying to really just slow the F down. So I added in some things to my life that made reaching that daily movement goal achievable. Some small tweaks, doing some hypnosis audios that support it, and adding in more movement in very small increments. So, in planning for week 5, I'm going to be doing it a little bit different this week because we've got a big move happening on Friday. And there's some, little stress and anxiety coming up for everyone involved in that. So I'm just being super kind to myself, and I've only put 3 things in here so far. I'm probably going to fill this out, but I'm going to use it for week 5 as a done list, meaning what I accomplish goes there. Then I can score it, whether I did it well or not, rather than trying to predetermine, because it is such a big life event this week that that is really my priority and where my focus needs to be. So that's becoming a done list this week. And one of the things I like about this method is that it can be what I make it. It can be flexible. I can be reflective and then respond to that reflection. So this area is going to be a done list. And This area pretty much stays the same right now. I'm not going to change anything over here. It's working. I hope your week 4 went well, or it will go well if you're planning for your week 4. And I will see you next week after week 5.